Kalandar Pasha, working as Associate Professor in the Department of EC, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering College, Dundigal, Hyderabad. Today I am going to take problems regarding to Module 2, that is bipolar junction transistor. Under this, we will solve few problems. The topic is problems related to bipolar junction transistor. The course outcome is explain DC and AC load line analysis of common BJT and FET amplifiers for optimal operating point regardless of input and load based on the device. The first problem is a transistor has IB is equivalent to 100 microamperes and IC is equivalent to 2 milliamperes. Solve beta of the transistor, alpha of the transistor, emitter current IE, and if IB changes by 25 microamperes and IC changes by 0.6 milliamperes, find the new value of beta. So under this problem, the given values are IB is equivalent to 100 microamperes, IC is equivalent to 2 milliamperes. The beta, for finding out beta, the beta is given as it is equivalent to IC by IB. Substituting IC as 2 milliamperes, that is 2 into 10 power minus 3. IB as 100 microamperes, which is 100 into 10 power minus 6. That will give us 20. The second problem is finding out alpha of the transistor. The alpha you can write in terms of beta as alpha is equivalent to beta by 1 plus beta. We have estimated beta as 20 by substituting beta as 20. So we will get alpha is equivalent to 20 divided by 1 plus 20, which will give us 0.952. The third one is finding the emitter current in the transistor. From the given IB and IC, IE we can evaluate as IE is equivalent to IB plus IC. Substituting the base current and collector current as 100 microamperes, that is 100 into 10 power minus 6 plus 2 milliamperes, that is 2 into 10 power minus 3, which will give us 2.1 into 10 power minus 3, which we can write as 2.1 milliamperes. The fourth subsection problem is if IB changes by 25 microamperes and IC changes by 0.6 milliamperes, we need to estimate the new value of current gain beta. The new IB value after adding plus 25 microamperes is given as modified IB is equivalent to earlier IB it is given as 100 microamperes, for which we need to add 25 microamperes, which will raise us to 125 microamperes. Then the modified collector current, that is IC, is equivalent to earlier it is 2 milliamperes, now it is increased by 0.6 milliamperes. So the new modified IC is given as 2 plus 0.6 milliamperes, which will give us 2.6 milliamperes. Next, for finding out beta, the current gain in common base configuration beta is given as IC by IB. By substituting the IC values and IB values in beta expression, you'll get beta is equivalent to IC, which is 2.6 into 10 power minus 3. IB is 125 into 10 power minus 6. After calculation, you'll get the new modified beta value is 20.8. The second problem is solve the base, collector and emitter current and VCE for the common emitter circuit shown in figure. For VCC is equivalent to 10 volts, VBB is equivalent to 4 volts, RB is equivalent to 200 kilo ohms, RC is equivalent to 2 kilo ohms, VBE, the given VBE is equivalent to 0.7 volts and the transistor current gain beta is equivalent to 200. First we will write down the given values. Given VCC is equivalent to 10 volts, VBB is equivalent to 4 volts, RB is equivalent to 200 kilo ohms, RC is equivalent to 2 kilo ohms, VBE is zero point 0.7 volts, and beta is equivalent to 200. First, we will estimate the base current by writing the KCL expression at the input circuit. The KVL expression at the base circuit, that is input circuit, it is given as VBB is equivalent to the voltage drop across RB is IB into RB plus the voltage between base to emitter, which is VBE. By writing the KVL expression at the input circuit, we will get the expression as VBB is equivalent to IB into RB plus VBE. From that, we can find out the base current IB as VCC minus VBE divided by RB. This is not VCC, VBB. The IB is given as VBB minus VBE divided by RB. VBB is 4 volts, VBE is 0.7 volts, RB is 200 kilo ohms, that is 200 into 10 power 3. By evaluating this, we will get the base current as 16.5 microamperes. Next, after finding out the base current, we can find out the collector current by relating the collector current and base current as IC is equivalent to beta times IB. In the problem, the beta value they are given is 200 into the estimated base current is 16.5 microamperes, that is 16.5 into 10 power minus 6, which will gives 3.3 milliamperes. Next, for finding out the VCE, we will write the KVL expression at output circuit, which will give us VCC is equivalent to IC into RC plus VCE. By writing the KVL expression at the output side, we can write as VCC is equivalent to IC into RC plus VCE. From this, VCE it is given as VCC minus IC into RC. In the problem, the given VCC is 10 volts minus the estimated collector current is 3.3 milliamperes, that is 3.3 into 10 power minus 3. Given RC is 2 kilo ohms, that is 2 into 10 power 3, 10 power minus 3, 10 power 3 get cancelled. So you'll get 10 minus 3.3 into 2, which will give us VC as 3.4 volts. Moving to third problem. Given an NPN transistor for which alpha is equivalent to 0.98, the reverse saturation collector current, that is IC0, is equivalent to 2 microamperes, and the reverse saturation current in common emitter configuration, that is IC0, is equivalent to 16 microamperes. A common emitter connection is used as shown in figure, with VCC is equivalent to 12 volts, RC is equivalent to 4 kilo ohms. What is the minimum base current required in order to for the transistor to enter into saturation region? The given values are alpha is equivalent to 0.98, IC0 common base reverse saturation current in collector, that is IC0, is equivalent to 2 microamperes, IC0 is equivalent to 16 microamperes, VCC is equivalent to 12 volts, RC is equivalent to 4 kilo ohms. We need to find out what is the saturation collector current and minimum base current. First, we will find out the saturation collector current. The minimum base current means the transistor should be in saturation current, that is IC sat, it is equivalent to VCC by RC, which will give us VCC is equivalent to 12 volts divided by the collector resistance RC is equivalent to 4 kilo ohms, that is 4 into 10 power 3, which will give us 3 milliamperes. Next, we will estimate a beta in terms of alpha. We can write as beta is equivalent to alpha by 1 minus alpha, which will give 0.98 divided by 1 minus 0.98, which will give beta is equivalent to 49. Next, the base current, minimum base current, IB minimum, it is given as IB SAT divided by beta, where IB SAT we got as 3 milliamperes, so 3 into 10 power 3, and beta we are estimated as 49. By substituting these two values, we will get current as 61.224 into 10 power minus 6, which is the minimum base current is equivalent to 61.224 microamperes. The fourth problem is, in a common base connection, the emitter current IE is equivalent to 6.28 milliamperes and the collector current IC is equivalent to 6.20 milliamperes. Estimate the current gains of the transistor alpha, beta and gamma. The given values are, the emitter current IE is equivalent to 6.28 milliamperes. Collector current IC is equivalent to 6.20 milliamperes. From these two quantities, we can estimate IEB is equivalent to the emitter current minus collector current, that is IE minus IC. Substituting IE as 6.28 into 10 power minus 3 minus IC as 6.20 into 10 power minus 3, which will give us the base current as 0.08 into 10 power minus 3. Otherwise, you can write in microamperes as 80 microamperes. Next, we need to find out the current gains of the transistor alpha, beta, gamma. First, we will take alpha. Alpha is defined as it is the ratio of collector current to emitter current. In the problem, the given collector current is 6.20 milliamperes, that is into 10 power minus 3. The emitter current given as 6.28 milliamperes, that is into 10 power minus 3, which will give us alpha value as 0.987. Next, the second current gain for the transistor beta, it is defined as it is the ratio of collector current to base current, where the given collector current is 6.20 into 10 power minus 3 and the estimated base current is 80 microamperes, that is 80 into 10 power minus 6, which will give us beta is equivalent to 77.5. The last current gain of the transistor gamma, it is defined as it is the ratio of emitter current to the base current. Given emitter current is 6.28 milliamperes, that is 6.28 into 10 power minus 3 divided by estimated base current is 80 microamperes, that is 80 into 10 power minus 6, which will give us gamma is equivalent to 78.5. The fifth problem is the reverse leakage current of the transistor when connected in CB configuration is 0.2 microamperes and it is 18 microamperes when the same transistor is connected in common emitter configuration. Solve alpha DC and beta DC of the transistor. So in the problem, the given values are common base reverse saturation collector current ICB naught or IC naught is equivalent to 0.2 microamperes and the reverse saturation current for common emitter configuration IC naught is equivalent to 18 microamperes. Recollect the relation between IC naught and IC naught as we can write as ICE naught is equivalent to 1 plus beta times IC naught. The given values are IC naught and IC, from which we can estimate beta. Here, the beta can be expressed as IC naught divided by IC naught minus 1. Substituting IC naught and IC naught as IC naught 18 microamperes, that is 18 into 10 power minus 6, and IC naught as 0.2 microamperes, which will give us 0.2 into 10 power minus 6. Upon evaluation, we will get beta as 89. Once we got beta, then we can estimate alpha and beta as related as alpha is equivalent to beta divided by 1 plus beta, which will give us 89 divided by 1 plus 89, which will give us 0.988. It is the alpha DC. Next, we will move to the next problem. The sixth problem is a transistor operating in common base configuration has collector current IC is equivalent to 2.98 milliamperes. Emitter current is IE is equivalent to 3 milliamperes, and the reverse saturation collector current IC0 is equivalent to 0.01 milliamperes. Solve which current will flow in the collector circuit of this transistor when connected in common emitter configuration with base current of 30 microamperes. First, we'll write down the given values. In the problem, the given values are collector current IC is equivalent to 2.98 milliamperes. Emitter current IE is equivalent to 3 milliamperes. The collector reverse saturation current IC0 is equivalent to 0.01 milliamperes. And the base current IB is equivalent to 30 microamperes. As we know, in common base configuration, the collector current can be expressed as input emitter current and the reverse collector current in common base configuration as IC is equivalent to alpha times IE plus IC0. In the problem, IC0 is specified, IE0 is provided, IC0 also given. So we can estimate alpha as alpha is equivalent to IC minus IC0 divided by IE. Upon substituting the corresponding values, IC as 2.98 into 10 power minus 3 and IC0 as 0.01 into 10 power minus 3 divided by IE as 3 into 10 power minus 3. 10 power minus 3 will get cancelled in the numerator and the denominator, which will give us alpha is equivalent to 0.99. Next, once we know alpha, we can find out the common emitter current gain beta as, in terms of alpha, we can write as beta is equivalent to alpha by 1 minus alpha. The estimated alpha value is 0.99. Upon substituting, we can get beta is equivalent to 0.99 divided by 1 minus 0.99, which will give us 99. The collector current for common emitter configuration in terms of input current, base current, and the reverse saturation collector current IC0, we can write as IC is equivalent to beta times IB plus 1 plus beta times IC0. Upon substituting the corresponding values, beta as 99 and IB as 30 into 10 power minus 6 amperes plus 1 plus beta as 1 plus 99 into IC0 as 0.01 into 10 power minus 3, which will give us 3.97 milliamperes. Next, we will move to the seventh problem. A silicon transistor with VBE is equivalent to 0.7 volts, alpha is equivalent to 0.98 and collector cutoff current, that is IC0, of 10 microamperes. Assume RC is equivalent to 2 kilo ohms, VCC is equivalent to 12 volts and IB is equivalent to 10 microamperes. We need to solve for beta, IC0, collector current IC, emitter current IE and collector to emitter voltage VC. The given values are VB is 0.7 volts, alpha is equivalent to 0.98, IC0 is equivalent to 10 microamperes, RC is equivalent to 2 kilo ohms, VCC is equivalent to 12 volts, IB is equivalent to 10 microamperes. Then we will estimate beta, IC0, IC, IE and VC. As we are given alpha, Beta we can estimate as by expressing beta in terms of alpha. We can write as beta is equivalent to alpha by 1 minus alpha. Upon substituting alpha as 0.98, beta can be estimated as 0.98 divided by 1 minus 0.98, which will give 49. Once we got beta, then we can estimate IC naught as 1 plus beta into IC naught. This is the relation between the reverse saturation current in common emitter configuration and the reverse saturation current in common base configuration. That is IC naught is equivalent to 1 plus beta times IC naught, which will give us, by substituting beta and IC naught, we can estimate IC naught as 1 plus 49 into 10 into 10 power minus 6, which will give us 500 microamperes. Once we got IC naught, in common emitter configuration, the collector current IC it is given as beta into IB plus IC naught, where beta is equivalent to 49 and IB is equivalent to 10 into 10 power minus 6 plus IC naught as 500 into 10 power minus 6. Upon evaluation, the collector current will get as 990 microamperes. Then the emitter current IE is equivalent to IB plus IC. Substituting IB as 10 microamperes, that is 10 into 10 power minus 6 plus estimated IC is 900 microamperes, that is 990 into 10 power minus 6, which will give us 1000 into 10 power minus 6, which is nothing but 1 milliampere. Next, for estimating VCE, we will write the KVL expression for the output circuit, which is comprised of VCC and RC and the transistor with collector to emitter voltage as VCE. Then we can write the KVL expression for the collector circuit as VCC is equivalent to IC into RC plus VCE. From this, VCE we can write as VCE is equivalent to VCC minus IC into RC. Upon substituting VCC as 12 volts minus estimated IC as 1 milliamperes, that is 1 into 10 power minus 3, and given RC is 2 kilo ohms, that is 2 into 10 power 3. Here 10 power minus 3 and 10 power 3 get cancelled, which will give us VC is equivalent to 10 volts. We'll move to the next problem. A certain transistor has alpha of 0.98 and collector leakage current IC naught of 25 microamperes. Find the collector and base currents when emitter current IE is equivalent to 2 milliamperes. In the problem, the given values are alpha is equivalent to 0.98, IC naught is equivalent to 25 microamperes, IE is equivalent to 3 milliamperes. We need to estimate collector current IC and base current. As it is in common base configuration, we can write the collector current IC is equivalent to alpha times IE plus IC naught. Upon substituting given values, we can estimate IC as alpha 0.98 into IE 3 into 10 power minus 3 plus IC naught 25 into 10 power minus 6. Upon evaluation, the collector current will get as 2.965 milliamperes. Next, we need to estimate the base current. As we know, the emitter, base and collector current as related as IE is equivalent to IB plus IC. From that, the base current IB we can express in terms of emitter current and collector current as IB is equivalent to IE minus IC. Upon substituting IE as 3 milliamperes minus IC as 2.965 milliamperes, we'll get base current is equivalent to 35 microamperes. Next, we will move to the ninth problem. In the transistor amplified circuit shown in below figure, RC is equivalent to 8 kilo ohms, RL is equivalent to 24 kilo ohms, RB is equivalent to 100 kilo ohms, and VCC is equivalent to 24 volts. Show the DC load line and determine optimum operating point. Also show the AC load line. Here the transistor is connected in fixed bias. For drawing the DC load line, First, we'll consider the given values. RC is equivalent to 8 kilo ohms. Load resistance RL is equivalent to 24 kilo ohms. Base resistance RB is equivalent to 100 kilo ohms. Supply VCC is equivalent to 24 volts. We will find out first DC load line. For drawing DC load line, first we need to write the KVL expression. We need to find out what is VCE maximum and IC maximum. From the circuit, the output side, the KVL expression we can write as, for DC signal, VCC is equivalent to IC into RC plus VC. For finding out VCE maximum, substituting IC as 0, then you'll get VCE maximum is equivalent to VCC, which is equivalent to 24 volts. Here we need to consider the KVL expression at the output side, that is VCC is equivalent to IC into RC plus VC. For getting VCE maximum, substitute IC as 0. If IC is equivalent to 0, then you'll get VCE maximum, which is equivalent to VCC. Similarly, in the KVL expression, if you substitute VCE is equivalent to 0, then you'll get IC maximum, which is equivalent to VCC by RC. Next, we will find out maximum collector current. IC is equivalent to VCC by RC. Substituting VCC as 24 volts, RC as 8 kilo ohms, that is 8 into 10 power 3, we will get IC maximum is equivalent to 3 milliamperes. The DC load line is the plot between the maximum collector to emitter voltage and the maximum collector current drawing by the transistor. We will get the DC load line connecting between 24 volts on x-axis, 3 milliamperes on y-axis. For finding out optimum Q point, we need to select the Q point at the middle of the load line. So which will give us the VCE is equivalent to optimum Q point is equivalent to VCE, Q is equivalent to VCC by 2, that is 24 by 2, 12 volts. ICQ is equivalent to IC divided by 2, which is 3 into 10 power minus 3 divided by 2, which will give us 1.5 milliamperes. Upon drawing the DC load line and locating Q point, it is shown in the figure. The DC load line is connecting between 3 milliamperes on y-axis and 24 volts. This is VCE maximum. By joining these 2 points, we'll get a DC load line. The optimum operating point will be located at middle of the DC load line, that we will call as operating point or Q point, which is VCC by 2 and IC by 2. Now the coordinates for Q point, it is given as 12 volts, 1.5 milliamperes. Next, to draw the AC load line, we have to find the effective load resistance, that is RAC is equivalent to RC in parallel with RL. Given RC as 8 kilo ohms, RL as 24 kilo ohms, the parallel combination of RC and RL will take as RAC, which will give us 8 into 10 power 3 into 24 into 10 power 3 divided by 8 into 10 power 3 plus 24 into 10 power 3, which will give us RAC is equivalent to 6 kilo ohms. Next, the maximum VCE you will get as for AC load line, VCE is equivalent to VCEQ plus ICQ into RAC. Already we estimated VCQ as 12 volts plus IQ as 1.5 into 10 power minus 3 and estimated RAC is 6 kilo ohms, that is 6 into 10 power 3. 10 power 3, 10 power minus 3 get cancelled, which will get as maximum VCE for AC load line is 21 volts. Maximum collector current IC, it is given as optimal Q point for collector current, that is ICEQ plus VCEQ divided by RAC. Estimated ICQ is 1.5 into 10 power minus 3. plus estimated VCQ is equivalent to 12 volts divided by estimated RAC is 6 kilo ohms, that is 6 into 10 power 3. Upon substituting, we will get the maximum collector current for AC load line is given as 3.5 milliamperes. Upon locating VC as 21 volts and IC as 3.5 millivolts, we can draw AC load line which is joining the Q point at Q. The 10th problem. Show the collector current shown in figure below. Given Q point values are ICQ is equivalent to 1 milliampere and VCQ is equivalent to 6 volts. Assume that VCC is equivalent to 10 volts, beta is equivalent to 100 and VBE on is equivalent to 0.7. So the transistor, it is connected in fixed bias. The given values are ICQ is equivalent to 1 milliampere, VCQ is equivalent to 6 volts and given VCC is equivalent to 10 volts, beta is equivalent to 100, VBE on is 0.7. We need to find out collector current which is flowing through the circuit. As we know, the KVL expression for the output circuit, it is given as VCC is equivalent to IC into RC plus VCE. From this, RC we can write as VCC minus VCQ divided by ICQ. Upon substituting VCC as 10 volts minus VCQ as 6 volts and ICQ as 1 into 10 power minus 3, we will get RC is equivalent to 4 kilo ohms. The collector current, once estimated ICQ, the optimal base current IBQ is equivalent to ICQ divided by beta. Upon substituting ICQ as 1 milliampere, that is 1 into 10 power minus 3 divided by given beta is equivalent to 100, we will get IBQ is equivalent to 10 microamperes. Next, the RB we can estimate by writing the KVL expression at the input circuit as VCC is equivalent to IB into RB plus VBE. From this RB we can write as VCC minus VBE on divided by IBQ, which is equivalent to 10 minus 0.7 divided by 10 into 10 power minus 6, which will give us 930 kilovolts. For the common emitter circuit shown in figure, find the percent change in collector current if the transistor with HFE, that is current gain is equivalent to 50 is replaced by another transistor with current gain HFE is equivalent to 150. Assume VBE is equivalent to 0.6 volt. From the circuit, the VB, the voltage at base VB is nothing but the voltage drop across R2 from VCC. We can write as VB is equivalent to, which is nothing but the voltage drop across R2 is equivalent to, from this potential network, it is given as VCC divided by R1 plus R2 multiply with R2 resistance. So here VCC is given, R2 is given, R1 is given. So we can estimate VB as 12 into 5 into 10 power 3 divided by 25 into 10 power 3 plus 5 into 10 power 3, which will give us VB is equivalent to 2 volts. Then the KVL expression in the circuit we can write as VB minus VBE is nothing but the voltage drop across emitter resistance RE. This voltage drop we will take as VE. So we can write the KVL expression at the base circuit as VB is equivalent to VBE plus VE. From that, the emitter voltage drop across emitter resistance RE is equivalent to VE is equivalent to VB minus VBE. Substituting estimated VB is equivalent to 2 volts minus given VB is equivalent to 0.6 volts, we will get the voltage drop across RE is equivalent to 1.4 volts. Once we got RE, we can estimate the emitter current which is flowing through RE is IE. So that is gives us IE is equivalent to VE divided by RE. VE we estimated as 1.4 volts divided by given RE is 100 ohms, which will give us 14 milliamperes. Next, we need to find out for beta is equivalent to 50, the collector current we can estimate by using first evaluating base current. IB is equivalent to IE divided by 1 plus beta. As we know, IE is equivalent to IB plus IC. IC we can write in terms of IB as beta times IB. By taking IB as common term, we'll get 1 plus beta into IB. So from this, IB we can write as IE divided by 1 plus beta. IE we got as 14 into 10 power minus 3 divided by given beta is 50. By substituting it, we'll get 1 plus 50, which will give us IB is equivalent to 274.5 microamperes. Next, once we got IB, we can estimate IC is equivalent to beta times IB, which will give us beta is equivalent to 50 into estimated base current is 274.5 microamperes, which will produces the collector current as 13.725 milliamperes. This is for beta is equivalent to 50. In similar manner, we'll find out beta value for HFE is equivalent to 150. First, we will estimate IB as IE by 1 plus beta. IE is 14 milliamperes divided by 1 plus given beta is 150, which will give us base current is equivalent to 92.715 microamperes. Then we can find out the collector current IC in terms of beta. We can write as IC is equivalent to beta times IB, which will give us 150 into 92.715 into 10 power minus 6, which will produce as 13.907 milliamperes. Now we will find out how much amount of collector current will be variation by changing beta from 50 to 150 as percent change in the collector current is equivalent to IC2 minus IC1 divided by IC1 into 100. Estimated IC2 is 13.907 into 10 power minus 3 minus 13.725 into 10 power minus 3 divided by 13.725 into 10 power minus 3 as we are calculating percentage into 100, which will give us 1.326 percentage. So by changing the beta value from beta 50 to 150, the change in collector current is by 1.326 percentage. Thank you all. So with this, I am concluding few problems regarding to the module 2, which is bipolar junction transistor.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.